Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all walks of life. I am your host with the most, Jam, and you're on the Splashdance Network. I just filmed this entire video, and I forgot to turn my microphone on. How embarrassing. So, tomorrow is President's Day. Today is Valentine's Day. I have no video for Valentine's Day. I don't know what I would make about that. So instead, I am making an early President's Day video. And if you saw by the title, in this video, we are going to be talking about the history of presidential last names. Now, I was thinking to myself the other day, I wonder what the most common president's last name is. The answer is none. There's not one that repeats itself more than 2 times. However, there are common letters, and I'll give you a minute to think. What could those 2 letters be? If you could pick any letter in the alphabet, maybe B, C, E, F, G, W, H, I, Z. Well, you'd be wrong. It's H and T. There have been 5 presidents under both last names. Under the letter T, we have the first vice president to succeed a president upon the president dying, John Tyler. Then we have Zachary Taylor. Then we have William Howard Taft, who some people seem to think was Teddy Roosevelt's vice president. He was never the vice president, only ever the president. Then we have Harry Truman, who succeeded Franklin Delano Roosevelt as president of the United States. And finally, Donald Trump, the former president who just left office about a month ago as of the recording of this video, February 14th, 2021. Now, there have been 5 presidents whose last name started with an H. William Henry Harrison, Rutherford B. Hayes, Benjamin Harrison, Warren G. Harding, and Herbert Hoover. Now, there have been 8 letters that a president's last name has never started with. Those letters are D, I, S, U, Q, X, Y, Z, and what is it? What's the last letter? Well, you'll have to wait to the end of the video to find that one out. Now, there have been 5 sets, so 10 presidents who have had similar or the same last names. Those, of course, being John Adams and John Quincy Adams, William Henry Harrison and Benjamin Harrison, Teddy Roosevelt and Franklin Roosevelt, George Bush and George H.W. Bush, and of course, Lyndon B. Johnson and Andrew Johnson. And of those 5 pairs, 10 presidents, only 2 were not related. John Adams and John Quincy Adams were father and son. William Henry Harrison and Benjamin Harrison were grandfather and grandson. Teddy Roosevelt and Franklin D. Roosevelt were cousins, and of course, George Herbert Walker Bush and George Walker Bush were father and son. That's right, Andrew Johnson and Lyndon B. Johnson had no relation. The only relation that they have is that they were both vice presidents who succeeded a president who was assassinated while in office. Isn't that wild, ladies and gentlemen? Wild. Now, I'm not going to talk about the Lincoln-Kennedy coincidences. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm only here to have a little bit of fun and discuss presidential last names. Now, you may be still wondering. Now, Cam, shit. What is that last letter? I said wait till the end of the video, but I'm feeling frisky. I'm going to give it to you now. I'm going to give you a minute to write it down in the comments. I'll look away, okay? I'll look away, okay? I'm looking over here. I'm looking over here. Go ahead. Write it down. I'm not going to judge. Write it down. I'll look over here. Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Okay. Did you write it down? Okay. Remember the letters? D, I, S, U, X, Y, Z. All right, those are 6. 7, I can't count, right? Those are 7. I'll give you a minute to keep thinking. Keep thinking. You need to keep thinking? Okay, keep thinking. I'm just kidding. The letter was Q. No more time to think. Class is not about thinking time. It's about getting correct answers. So if you got that answer correct, give yourself a check mark. If you got it wrong, go sit in the dunce corner. I may have repeated a couple letters in that statement because while counting on my hands, I thought this was 8, not 9, because apparently 5 plus 4 equals 8 in my eyes. No, just kidding. It was the letter Q. Now you may say, Jam, you already said the letter Q earlier. I did. I was lying to you. I wanted to see if you were paying attention. Very important these days. But that's all I have for this video. Just a few fun facts about presidential last names. And those are about it, unless you want to hear me recite every single president's name. I will do that now. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James Knox Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, Grover Cleveland again, William McKinley, Teddy Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight David Eisenhower, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, Lyndon Baines Johnson, Richard Milhous Nixon, Gerald Rudolph Ford Jr., James Earl, Jimmy Carter Jr., Ronald Wilson Reagan, George Herbert Walker Bush, William Jefferson Bill Clinton, original name Blythe, fun fact, George Walker Bush, Barack Hussein Obama II, Donald John Trump, and Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. That's right, I memorized all the presidents and their names. Sue me. But with that, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for watching. I hope you had fun. I will be releasing a world events video about the impeachment trial now that it's over and we can look at it, discussing the 7 Republican senators who voted to convict Donald Trump and what that means for the GOP going forward. I'll see you next week on Splashdance World Events. Bye-bye. Yeah.